Hi everyone, I'm Ric Blackwell for the Education Network, and this is Good Sports, the best in Palm Beach County School District sports and arts. I'm on the campus of Spanish River High School in Boca Raton. I love this campus. What a great open field. They've got a wonderful courtyard, and one of the really cool things here, the Wall of Fame. All of the state championship seasons, you can see them right here around the courtyard, including 7 state championships in running. Now, the man who led those 7 state champions retired after 31 years as a teacher and coach, and there's a new era here at Spanish River.
Be ready to run at 3:05.
Doug Horn replaces Rick Rothman, who had led the Shark runners since 1983. Horn is an attorney who goes from his practice to practice with the Spanish River cross country team.
Hydration, hydration, hydration. I need you guys to go home tonight. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, okay? It's really important. It's still, these last 3 days have been unbearable.
Running in the heat this first week of practice, 55 Spanish River boys and girls. There are no cuts on this squad, so everyone who wants to participate can be a part of the team. The quantity of runners is impressive, so is the quality. Last year's girls team qualified for states, and Brian Vidal, the runner in the middle, finished second in the county last year. This team is really coming together thanks in part to their workouts this summer. Spanish River runners would meet on their own this summer. They would run together 5 times a week to prepare for the season. I'm with the head coach of the Spanish River Sharks cross country team. It is Doug Horn. Doug, first of all, how does that sound? You're relatively new to the job, so the business cards are probably still fresh. Being the head coach of a high school cross country team, what's it like?
Well, first of all, I don't get business cards. They're not in the budget, but it's a wonderful experience. These are great kids, very talented, hardworking, and truthfully, it's actually a privilege for me to be here to follow in the footsteps of a legend.
Well, you talked about Coach Rothman, and Coach Rick Rothman was here for 31 years. You're going to be here for 31 years, right?
God willing, yes.
He had so many outstanding teams here at Spanish River and was just loved by the students. In fact, you don't have to look too far, do you, Doug, to see how successful he was. It's great here at Spanish River. They have the state champion teams all across the courtyard. You were telling me 6, 7 state championship teams?
7 state championship teams in 20 years, in the last 20 years, which is just a remarkable feat for any coach at any sport and any level, and all well earned by Coach Rothman.
And he retired last year, and it's just like the guy that's going to have to replace Coach K, or who had to replace Vince Lombardi. We can compare him to those two guys, right?
Absolutely. He was cross-country coach of the year for the United States, I think 2 years ago. So truly a legend.
Well, how do you replace that? Or can you replace it, or you just try to be the best coach that you can be?
Well, first, obviously everything I do in my life I try to be the best at. My goal was to embrace much of what Coach Rothman did, and at the same time bring in my own training philosophy. I've been studying. I competed on the high school and college level myself back a long time ago in the mid-'80s in college, and I take that philosophy and what I've learned over the last 17 years of really studying the sport from a scientific approach, and that's where I approach it. I take a very scientific approach to running. I've studied with and under some of the best coaches actually in the world. I'm actually friends with a few of them, and they've taught me a great deal over the last 17 years.
You have got a really good team here at Spanish River High School. Some kids that did outstanding last year. They're coming back, so it's going to be a good situation. As someone who's had so much experience, what can you teach them? Is it about nutrition? Is it about the correct training methods? Is it about the actual fundamentals of making sure you're running effectively? What do you try to convey to these young people?
Well, you nailed it on the head. We spend a lot of time focus on having them understand the purpose of what we're doing. Every workout has a purpose, and I want them to understand and educate them, because I want this to be a sport that they have for the rest of their lives. Running, football players, they play in high school. Some of them are fortunate enough to go on and play on the college and professional level, but very few. Hopefully these kids will run for the rest of their lives. So I want them to learn and understand the science behind it, so that, I like to use the metaphor of a tube of toothpaste. We're not squeezing from the middle. We're going to squeeze from the bottom and get everything out of them through a scientific approach to the training.
One of the first questions I asked you, are there going to be cuts? And which is great, there aren't going to be cuts. If you come out to a practice here at Spanish River High School, you can be a part of the team. How cool is that? And it's got to make you feel good that you don't have to exclude some of these kids.
Absolutely. It's again, I don't care whether you're the fastest runner or the slowest runner. I will give you the time and attention that you need to become a great runner. There are countless stories of runners who in high school were came out, couldn't even run for 10 minutes, and have gone on to become state champions, and some even national champions. So I don't know, one of my freshmen right now who can't even run 10 minutes, 4 years from now could be a national champion.
That's a great way to look at it. Now, we're hoping for that 8th banner up here, so no pressure, but you've got some real quality kids. Tell us about some of the better cross-country runners that you have for this year's campaign.
So on the boys' side, we have 3 runners who are ranked going into the season in the top 100 in the state. Caleb Rader, who actually was not at Spanish River last year. He was here as a sophomore. He is back. He was, if you take his time from his sophomore year, he would be the 15th ranked returning runner in the state. We have Brian Vidal, who Caleb is a senior and Brian Vidal is a senior. I believe Brian is going to the season ranked 30th in the state. And then we have Hussein Sueid, who is ranked, I believe, 93rd in the state. We also have a returning sophomore named Alex Klein, who has been training fabulously all summer. He's going to have some great improvement, and we have a transfer from Wichita, Kansas, named Jake Noonan, who was a strong runner as a freshman in Wichita, and expect that to be our top 5. We also have a few other returning runners, including Andres Parada, who's a top runner, Alex Sugar, and then we have 2 new soccer players who have decided to use cross-country. Well, they're considering themselves cross-country runners who are coming out, and they're already very great participants on the team. On the girls' side, we have Sydney Lopez and Bailey McGilvery, and Jordana Kimmelman, who are all top runners, and really excited about that group. And we have some really impressive freshmen. Right now we have about 50 runners on the team, and again, I'm really excited about the prospects. I have a terrific assistant head coach, and Melissa Perlman, who was here at Spanish River as a 2-time individual track and field state champion. And so we got, we've got all the tools to get it done. It's just about being consistent and staying healthy.
I can sense your passion in your voice. All right, thank you so much. All the best this year, and let's go ahead and meet some of those runners. We had a chance to meet the new head coach. Now it's chance to meet the stars of the girls cross-country team here at Spanish River High School. It is Bailey, Sydney, and Jordana. How you doing, guys?
Good.
I love that enthusiasm. It was almost synchronized. So you guys are synchronized as a team. Well, let's talk about that first, Bailey. What's that mean? Togetherness as a team, chemistry. Is it overstated, or is it kind of fun making sure that you're one big happy family over here at Spanish River?
Yeah, it's definitely a team sport. Like, it gets kind of individual, like in practice sometimes, but like we definitely all want to like keep together as a team and like support one another as a whole.
So Sydney's going to try to beat you to the race at the finish line sometimes, but other times you are a team. You had a great season last year. Coach talked about how the 3 of you guys really were, some of the stars. As you come now for your senior year and you come into this season, what are your expectations team-wise and individual-wise?
Well, I think we just really want to motivate the whole team to run together. We're trying to enforce, like, not so much, like we said, individualism athleticism, and we want to try and make it to states again and do well at states. I don't know exactly what the expectations are, but we want to do well.
I guess the expectations are the state champs. That's kind of daunting, right?
Yeah, we have some big shoes to fill.
Well, let's talk about the big shoes from the standpoint that your coach, Coach Rothman, who was here for 31 years, is gone. Now you have a new coach. What's that like having that kind of transition?
Well, I think it's interesting because of different types of training. Like now we're looking into like a more scientific way of training, so it's just giving us all like a whole different experience, which I think is good for us all to have.
Bailey, I really got to pat you on the back. I mean, it's August. There's all this heat out here. I'm sure the rest of the kids here at Spanish River are like, who are those crazy kids on the cross-country team? How do you do it? Why do you do it?
I don't know. We just learned to love it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's hard in the heat right now. You just got to get used to it.
Sydney, how much of it is nutrition and getting enough sleep and making sure that you really prioritize studies and everything else?
I mean, I can personally say that yesterday even, if you're not eating properly, your muscles they're not going to react because they have nothing to, they have no energy, yeah. So it's 100% so much part of it. Like you have to eat right, you have to drink. If you don't drink, don't even come out. Like it's ridiculous. In our run, we stop every 15, 20 minutes to get water. Like nutrition is everything.
Hydration is such an issue. I know across the state there's obviously problems with kids across the state making sure they drink enough water. And then at the end of the season, why will it be a success? Is it just going to be just the participation, or is there going to have to be some sort of championship involved? Or how are you going to view this year as either a success or a failure?
I think if we all like make it further and we like all build on each other and we just make it to the best possible place that we can, I think that it'll just be a great season overall, no matter what happens in the end and where we come.
And that's what I love about your sport, guys. It's like individual times, and you can always improve from day to day. Well, we wish you guys all the best of luck. Enjoy running for Spanish River this year, and I love that enthusiasm. All right, congratulations again, and best of luck.
Thank you.
I am with three of the stars of the Spanish River cross country team. It is Brian, Caleb, and Hussein. Hey guys, back at it, another school year, August heat. First of all, Brian, what's it like to get back into the routine and run in such great conditions, right?
It's hard, definitely hot. It's hot, but it's worth it.
Caleb, you were at the school, you transferred, you came back, and people have been really talking you up, and they're having big expectations for you this year. Big expectations, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Tell me what it's like to come back, and just what are your expectations for yourself?
Well, it's definitely great to be back, and you're back with all your friends and stuff, and it's great. And you just got to get out there and try your best and hope for a great season, and you put your best in, and you see what you can get out of it.
Hussein, is it going to be different not having Coach Rothman on the sidelines cheering you on?
Really different. We got a younger coach, younger assistant coach. It's better. I like it.
Brian, second place in the county, first in the city of Boca Raton. You're also a senior. What kind of leadership can you provide, and how can you make sure that the rest of the team kind of follows your lead?
Just try to show them support, grow together. We're only as strong as our weakest, slowest runner, so just work together, and in the end, we'll be stronger.
Caleb, there's all sorts of teams on paper that look great and then kind of fizzle. What is it going to be separate this team to really make sure that you guys achieve those goals that you want to achieve?
Well, I really think it's our camaraderie and how close we are as a team. Even though we're in a really big team this year, it's great. We have so many new kids out, but the closeness of our team is really going to set us apart.
And Hussein, is this fun running in this August heat? Are you having a good time?
I am having a good time running with my teammates. I'm excited.
All right, we wish you guys all the best. Big things expected here at the Sharks. Maybe you'll put up another one of these banners here. But in the meantime, have a great season, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Good job, man. Well done. Thanks. From cross country to going cross county. It's a Friday night in South Florida. It is the first football Friday of the brand new school year. We're going to try to hit as many games as possible today. Our first stop here at Suncoast High School, where the Chargers are taking on Jupiter Christian. Suncoast in green on offense, and quarterback Matt Dame runs it in for the Chargers score. Now, this game doesn't count in the final standings. This is preseason football. But after a month in practice pads, the players are smiling and proud to wear their school name on their uniforms. It's also a chance for Matt and the other players to get ready for the regular season. Suncoast head coach Jimmy Clark knows this game can really help his young team grow.
Don't let yourself get blocked down!
The cheerleaders have also been working hard this summer to get ready for game action. The girls do push-ups after Suncoast scores. They got a lot of exercise in after the 34-14 victory, and they do it all with good cheer.
Come on, yell your colors now, green and gold. Come on, yell your colors now, green and gold. Woo!
I am with the first fan. It's the principal over here at Suncoast High School, Dr. Linda Cartledge. First of all, congratulations to the brand new school year. You are decked out in the Suncoast Charger colors.
Of course.
You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm feeling it. It was an absolute fantastic week, and I'm looking forward. We already had one touchdown in not even 5 minutes. So we're off to a great start already.
Tell me about the first week of school. Are the kids adjusting? Do you feel like you got another great year over at Suncoast?
Oh, I think it's going to be the best year ever. We actually had a parent night, which was a freshman parent night to get them used to what it's like to be a parent here, and also a full day for our 9th graders to acclimate to Suncoast. And wow, what a difference that made for our freshmen, because they came into the school charged up and felt confident and blended in with the rest of the school on a fantastic level.
What would you expect for the Chargers, but to be charged up, I guess?
Absolutely. And we just had our first freshman barbecue before the football game. So it's one thing after another. Great things are going to happen this year at Suncoast.
I was asking you, it's such a great school academically.
Right.
Is it difficult sometimes to find the kids that can really elevate your athletics? But you guys have had success in the past in certain sports.
Oh, yeah.
But is that a difficult dynamic to try to be good athletically and academically?
Actually, the students that are involved, whether it be in sports or it's in drama or it's in band, perform better than the students that are just home studying. We found a more balanced life is what we're looking for our students, and a healthier life. And we've been state champions for cheerleading this year. We've also sent qualifiers to state. We've been regional championships, and we've also done 8 district championships, as well as 8 athletic coaches of the year.
You know, I was just looking at your hat, SC, Suncoast Chargers,
Right.
state champs.
Right.
Coincidence? Maybe not.
Maybe not. No, it's great.
Well, we wish you all the best. Have a terrific school year. I know you're the first fan, so I got to let you watch some of this action, and we're going to get some shots too. But once again, Dr. Linda Cartledge over here at Suncoast High School. Thanks for joining us.
Go Chargers. Thanks.
Stop number 2 is here at Forest Hill High School, Bobby Riggs Stadium, Kettler Field. This team had their best season in the past 15 years last year, and they're building on that momentum and hoping for even bigger things. Tonight, the Falcons take on Fort Pierce Westwood in their preseason game. Forest Hill players excited to get on the field. The team looks to improve on last year's 3-7 record, and they have one of the most dynamic players in the area. Quarterback Marcus Frazier can throw the ball and run it. The 6'2 junior was hard to stop in this game. Still, there were mistakes made, and head coach Jude Blessington stayed on top of his guys.
Jason, you can't touch that line.
But in the end, the cheerleaders had a lot to cheer about after the 37-0 victory.
Yeah, it's great. To me, a Forest Hill Falcon. Yeah, it's great. To me, a Forest Hill Falcon. Yeah, it's great. To me, a Forest Hill Falcon. Yeah, it's great.
And the athletic director over at Forest Hill High School is Kurt Van Valkenburg. Hi, Kurt. How you doing?
Good. How you doing? Glad to have you here.
You guys are off to a great start, 28-0 right now. It's halftime. It is preseason, but you got to feel good about maybe your football team and see what's going to happen this year. You never know.
Right. Well, we're anticipating improvement. Last year we had our best season in about a 15-year period of time, and the kids have worked very, very hard this offseason. So right now it looks like it's coming to fruition. We're a very tough district, but we expect to be better and to keep getting better all year long.
For the athletic directors, there's really never a downtime. I know you guys work hard all year. You're scheduling, you're doing all sorts of different things. Tell us how the first week of school has gone for you, and just what kind of anticipation do you have for this fall season?
Well, it felt like it was more than a week, first of all, but we're really excited about where we're going. Last year was a pretty good year for the school. You know, we had 8 kids make it to state level competition, which is a first. And so we think we're going to build on those things. And our soccer team had a great year. Football was much improved. Wrestling was great. So we're slowly building the program back to where it used to be.
Fantastic. Kurt, as you look at being an athletic director, what's the most important thing for you? Is it balancing the academics and the athletics? Do you want the kids just to have a good time? What is the key to being a good athletic director in the Palm Beach County school system?
Well, obviously it's a multitask job, but we want to emphasize that we're making the kids responsible on the field, off the field, around campus, so that they are the leaders on the campus. That's one of the things we want to emphasize with them. We want them to win, and we want them to have a good time and get out here and participate. But, you know, you're always battling all the little things that you have to do. We've got some really good kids here. We just have to get a few more of them in here. But, you know, it's been a good year. We're looking for good things from them, and we'll see how we go from there.
All right, we wish you all the best. Go Falcons. Looks like it's a glorious night here at the home stadium at Forest Hill High School, and just have a fun year 2014-2015.
We will. We will. Thank you very much. We appreciate you coming by.
Thank you. And our last stop here at Lake Worth High School, Bill Harvey Stadium, where the Lake Worth Trojans are taking on the Glade Central Raiders. That's the Trojans in the maroon uniforms and the Raiders in the white uniforms. Glade Central, they have a new coach this year. Rick Casco is taking on the job in his first season for the Trojans. Their head coach, former NFL player Jesse Hester. Jesse Hester is a former Glade Central player and coach. He made a lot of runs like this one for the Raiders. Number 22, Jacavius Victors, takes the handoff and goes down the right sideline. 77 yards for the Glade Central score. The Raiders have a great group of kids on the field and just off the field. Meanwhile, on the other sideline, the Trojan cheerleaders also have lots of spirit.
You got the ball, we want the ball. Defense, defense.
Second and 5.
You got the ball, we want the ball. Defense, defense.
A large crowd enjoyed the cheerleaders and players. Lake Worth fans are excited about this year's team. And Glade Central fans drove an hour to pack the visiting bleachers. Everyone saw a great game. Lake Worth made some outstanding plays, including this Craig Wells touchdown run. The senior quarterback can use his legs and his arm to beat opponents. This nice throw, catch, and run put Lake Worth in position to score a touchdown. But in the end, it's Glade Central that wins this preseason game 26-20. Dr. George Lockhart is the principal over here at Lake Worth High School. Really nice to see you. You're into the game, you're passionate. Just how exciting is it for you to watch your team and to see these kids really do well tonight?
I think it's all about having fun for the students itself, because when we have an extracurricular activity, we know that they can have fun. And then when you have a healthy program, we know that 80% of all high school graduates were involved in some activity. So we try to make sure to give them a healthy product on the field. Whether win or lose, it really doesn't matter. It's about them having fun.
We were talking about the young men that represent your school over here at Lake Worth High School. If you were to talk to these kids, and Coach Hester does such an outstanding job with them, but what do you want them to get out of their football experience and for all the athletes here at Lake Worth High School?
I believe that if they can carry with themselves some piece on the field about life, because 80% of sports is failure. So with that piece, if they can learn to make the adjustments in life, then they'll be very successful.
You've been working hard all summer long, so when those kids walked in the door that first day of class, everything would be smooth sailing. How did the first week go, and just kind of what group do you have this year, teachers and student-wise, over at Lake Worth High?
Well, this week was like a symphony. I could not believe, how smoothly that it went. We really prepared hard for it. We worked all summer, and our preparation really paid off for us.
When you look at this school, there are just so many outstanding students here. What do you want people around the district to say about Lake Worth High School and the students that go to school here?
Well, that's simple. This is a place where you can learn. It's about expanding their acumen for academics is concerned. And so when they come here, what did you learn differently from yesterday? What did you learn that's new? So we can do that every day for them, then we're being successful.
This is just a great atmosphere here at Lake Worth High School. The music's going, the fans are into it. You got a great game against Glade Central High School. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of it, but I wish you all the best. Have a great school year. Thanks a lot, Dr. Lockhart.
Thank you so much, and you too, Mr. Blackwell.
I appreciate it. I'm with Dr. Cindy McDade. She is the assistant principal over at Glade Central High School. One of her responsibilities, the athletic department. So it's only natural that you'd spend Friday night at the football field. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You know, you guys work so hard all year round, and then the students come the first week of school. How much excitement, how much optimism was there over at Glade Central High School when the kids got on campus?
Oh, an extreme amount of optimism and excitement. We have a new principal, Miss Angela Moore, and with some new direction to take. Our mission and our goal this year is building a brand. And we are just excited about not just building a brand in athletics, but instructionally, and just raising that bar as the state raises the bar, that our students will step up to the plate, and instructionally the teachers are ready, and we're just ready to have an amazing year.
That's fantastic. And what I love about the fans at Glade Central, here it is, Lake Worth. I know it's probably, what, 45 minutes to an hour to get over here.
Correct.
The fans are, you know, filling up the stands here at Lake Worth High School. Just tell us, what does football mean to the community at Glade Central?
Football has a history in Belle Glade. You know that many of our players have actually made it to the NFL. And because Belle Glade is kind of in a remote location, you know where it is, and there's not a whole lot else to do there, Friday night football is the attraction. And so we have a very supportive community, a very involved community when it comes to athletics, but especially football. And it's a place where people can come in a safe, fun environment and cheer for their team.
You know, I've had a chance to meet these fine young men that represent your school. What do you want them to think about as they wear that uniform with pride? What do you hope, what values do you want them to be instilled with as they represent Glade Central High School?
I think most importantly that they're representing a brand, that they're representing their school, not just playing for themselves, but their school, but also wanting them to think that how important academics is. It's not athletics, academics. It's academics first, learning to be a responsible young man, learning to know what they need to do in order to get that education and move to the next level. Educationally, you know, our goal is for them to go to college. If they get there on a football scholarship, that's icing on the cake. But our goal is for them all to go to college. Yeah. So preparing them academically is the most important thing for us.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job over at Glade Central High School. We wish you guys all the best.
Thank you.
Looks like another great football team at Glade Central. Yeah.
We're excited. We're looking forward to a great year.
And new coach, Coach Rick Casco, so that should be fun too.
Absolutely, yeah. We're excited about our new coaching staff, and we've just got really high hopes for our Raider team.
All right. Dr. McDade, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
The next time these guys get on the field, the preseason will be over and the games will count. That's right. The regular season will get started this week for all the teams in our area. We want to thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, we want to know the great coaches and the teams and the players inside the Palm Beach County School District. Drop us an email. The email address is rick, R-I-C, at pbcgoodsports.com. Once again, that email address, rick, R-I-C, at pbcgoodsports.com. It's going to be a sensational year for the local athletes and for Good Sports. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and to the student athletes inside the Palm Beach County school system, thanks for being Good Sports.